Hey guys, what's good? Rising Phoenix 1, and we're gonna do a couple gameplays today. We just a moment ago claimed Cam Johnson, who, at least for OVR purposes, is an upgrade to the strategic lineup that was needed. Now, as you probably know, when this card initially dropped yesterday, it opened up and showed only a 94, and then it had Kyrie's 96 Kyrie stats, and it almost looks like they just upgraded those stats. It's hard to tell. I mean, Cam Johnson is not a prototypical power forward by any means, but these are pretty crazy stats, right? They look like point guard, great shooting, point guard stats. That's what they look like, right? It's kind of strange, but I'll take it, right? So we'll see if he can get rebounds, and you never know. You just never know. I mean, he's got speed and agility and quickness, and so that could help him with some rebounds. His vertical, though, is terrible. His rebounding is terrible. His box out is pretty bad. So all those things I'm typically looking for in a power forward, yeah, not there. All those things I'd be looking for in a point guard, yeah, they are definitely there. But I think this is the final version of the card. Hey, I'm a Suns fan. You know, Cam is a good off the bench player, and he can certainly shoot. But so this is our lineup here, and then after this we'll search with our Finesse lineup now that we have 98 Booker. Well, I got him yesterday right away. I had the sets ready to go, or the cards ready to go to plug into the sets for Booker and for Giannis, so that was pretty easy. And you can see this morning also I was able to claim Paul Pierce. I'm getting a lot more historic tokens than I am just regular playoff tokens, so we've got a very long search going here. So really, I mean, here's the problem with this power lineup. I mean, this lineup is absolutely stacked. The only way it could be any better is to have Wilt or Bill Russell on the bench. And the problem is the prices on those cards keep going up instead of going down. Eventually they'll start to go down, and then I'm not spending $9, $10, $11 million for a backup power forward on a lineup that I'm still not sure if I'm going to keep building up or just sell off. So yeah, you can see we've got the highest boosted court, the second highest boosted jersey, the first highest boosted jersey. We got all these boosts on the bench except for a power forward. We've got two different cards with high flyer boosted team, two with boosted position, and we're still just, we can't get this to a 102. So the problem is the power metal. The power metal is just weak as the top boost items go. Definitely the weakest of the top four boost items. All right, we have a match. Gameplay, I'm just going to say it. Gameplay, particularly the last 2 days, has been really, really rough, and far worse in leagues. But maintenance just occurred an hour ago. I've been playing events in the finals promo, so this will be our first showdown. Oh boy. Okay, we got a 94. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, he's got that 90 LeBron. All right, we're gonna have to shoot some with Cam. Ginobili, oh boy. But Wilt, who's been getting a lot of rebounds. more, I do believe, than Russell. Oh man, talk about letting him go. Oh, nice comeback. Lillard. That was beautiful comeback for the block. From behind, too. And against 96 Magic. Nice. Cousins, man, that card is actually pretty freaking good. Lillard. There we go. Boy, I absolutely cannot steal from Magic, especially with these, well, it seems like all I have is smaller point guards. Lillard again. Oh, Cam, we've forgotten all about Cam. Where are you, buddy? Where are you? There he is. Oh. Where the heck is he? Oh, this is him. He looked kind of like Ginobili for some reason. Ooh, it didn't want to go in, but it did. And Cam hits his first a 114 3-point. I mean, yeah, he's with the Suns, right? They have that crazy offense where everybody shoots threes. It's working for them. They're up 2-0. Come on, get it. Doggone it. Thank you. Cam gets the rebound from the top. You know, his shooting stats are so high that this is a power forward that you got to consider putting in your shooting rotation. Oh, that's the charge. Yeah. We got you. We switched in time. Behind Bird. Ginobili buries it. So, you know, I mean, this is more or less going like a match, but this is their last possession, so here it is. Hold on. Watch out. Nope. They always score on the last possession. No. I was throwing the ball to Cam, and he launches it all the way down the court. All right. This actually gives us an easier shot, but I don't want to shoot. So a 2-pointer. All right, 16. You know, under the current conditions, that's okay. We've got a 9 OVR advantage, so. And all things considered, this guy did pretty good. I mean, that's a lot of OVRs to be punching up to just lose by 2 in your drive. Good job. Good job, bro. All right, so we're gonna search with our Finesse lineup. I've been switching Ja and Curry. I don't know. Curry is a better shooter a little bit, but Ja has so many more interesting stats with the speed and agility. So that's a tough one. And it's about to get tougher, and we'll talk about that while we're searching, right? So we'll go to the limited time events, and you can see it's darked out. So I've already completed all these events today. It was not difficult claiming Cam. Well, I did a buyout on Cam, but it was like an 1,800 NBA cash buyout. And I didn't have to do a buyout on Paul Pierce because I've been getting a lot more of these legend tokens than I have the finals tokens, which is very bizarre, right? Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but this this is the map. There's, one side is now and one side is then, right? So if we go to the sets, obviously we just completed 2 today. So Cam makes sense. I mean, it was certainly a bummer that it was broken yesterday. It was that was just a weird deal all the way around. Paul Pierce, we'll look at his stats boosted on the team. Is he an upgrade over 95 Tatum? Yeah, by OVR. And so, I just put Tatum on the auction house. And then, this 96 Brooke Lopez is not going to help most people, and we'll show that in a second. And this the craziest one of all is this 96 Kyrie. So let's look at why Kyrie is kind of a really bizarre choice. So this is our finesse lineup. We don't have a match, do we? Nope, good. Giving us time to chat. All right, so check this out. Everybody's going to be able to get Ja. So we have a 96 finesse 6'3" point guard in Ja Morant. We've had access to, and many people have, a 96 finesse 6'3" point guard in Curry. Okay. And we're about to get, probably before this promo is over, a 96 finesse 6'3" point guard in Kyrie. So, those 3 cards are more or less just triplicates. What does the finesse lineup need? It needs a tall point guard, That's kind of what all our lineups need at this point, except for the power lineup. Since we can't put a non-matching card like Magic in, we need some high-rated, taller point guards because, when you're playing in leagues, let's face it, people pick on the shorter point guards and get a lot of steals. The taller point guards, the Magics, the Simmons, etc., those ones are the ones that are tough to defend. I never get steals from Magic. I just don't. And when I'm trying to, that's often a mistake because then he just drives around my point guard and boom, that's a quick 2 points. So, yeah, the Kyrie selection makes literally 0 sense to go on the finesse lineup anyway, right? That's not what we need. And there's so many choices they could have given us. So, side note to the development team, listen to what it is we want, what we need. If for nothing else in our AI lineups. If instead of Kyrie it was, say, a 96 Simmons, this would be my new AI lineup that people would have to face in league versus league, without a doubt. But I don't want to put Ja there, and I don't want to put Nash there, and I don't want to put Curry there, and I don't want to put Kyrie there, and I don't want to put Lillard there. We're overflowing between strategic and finesse with 6'3" point guards. There's nothing wrong with a 6'3" point guard. That's what I'm going to play with on manual. But yeah, this is why I have this 93 Magic in there, because he's going to be a pain in the ass for people. And he's going to be harder to steal from than all the shorter point guards. All right, so we have a 99. All right, that's a little better. But we're playing it as a 103, so we still have a +4 advantage. 20 is the new 30 in Showdown. And, same thing holds true in league versus leagues in terms of margins for after 2 drives. I mean, I'm having trouble getting 20, and it's frustrating AF. All right, we're gonna go to Book and bring him over here. Wow, that was not the way this card's been playing. Nice little mid-range by Zion. Yeah, this Booker card's been great, so. And Melo hasn't been totally great, but his defense has been really good. All right, Book, redeem yourself, buddy. Redeem yourself. There you go. Oh, the Joker, the Joker. Ja? Yeah. Ja's been kind of rough since the first day, which I was concerned about. Nice, 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 nice. Get it to him. There's Melo, and he hits it. All right, so we got off to a bit of a rough start. Let's see if we can avoid any more. I just can't even get close to stealing from Magic. Gosh, the passing's weird today. Book for 3 more. I'm telling you, this Dirk's AI plays way above its stats. Come on, Ja, hit it. There you go. We better score 20 points. I'm on Book over Jokic, and he buries it. All right. Oh, no. Wow, they're just missing everything. We're getting lucky that way. Come on, Melo. Hit it. All right. So not terrible. Not terrible today, but playing with big OVR advantages, so. Although that doesn't help in leagues at all. Close it out. Nope. Can't do it. So both were 16, and this just confirms what I wanted to say, and that is that when it comes to the opponent's OVR, since the app update, more and more I've just come to the conclusion that it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if your opponent is 1 OVR below you or 10 OVRs below you. Their AI all plays the same. It just makes no difference anymore. And I don't know if that was intentional or it's, but granted, it's anecdotal for me, but it's also the experience most other people are having. Maybe the days of OVR advantage are over. Wow, a lot of points scored in that guy's drive. But then why have OVRs, right? If that's the way it's going to be. I don't know what is intentional and what is unintentional, but, we just had 2 16-point wins, both over, substantially lower OVRs. So at least that was decent by the current standards, right? But it wasn't because our defense was good. It was because for some bizarre reason in both of those matches, they weren't making shots. And that's normally what they do. So I don't know. Gameplay's a mess. We all know it's a mess. And we're losing some really good really good players and really good dudes because of it. So I think we've pretty much covered this finals promo. I mean, I just want to say that I'm not a huge fan of this promo. And if you stacked all the playoff promos together, I'm not a fan of the playoff promos either. These just didn't feel like playoffs promos, and this doesn't feel like a finals promo. This is the finals. This is the finals, man. And, you know, in the other rounds were the playoffs. Come on. I don't know if the team comprehends how significant, you know, this several week period is. This is supposed to be the highlight of the promos, right? But what it's really been from my perspective is that all the playoffs promos, including the finals promo, have just sort of been, you know, the background noise. And the main thing that's been going on has been the 5-day side promos. Those are the big ones. Those are the ones where you look at the top card and go, ooh, right? I don't do that in these playoff promos. I mean, maybe Nash that time. But that was really the only one that I can remember that I went, ooh, I want to get that card. For the most part, all the Masters I've gotten from the playoffs aren't even in my lineups. So obviously there's some exceptions, right? Cam Johnson's in there. Nash is on the bench. So that's it on my AI. On my regular strategic, all right, we got Nash from the playoffs. And Cam. So we got 2 on our strategic. Let's look at power. We got Pierce. You know what? I'm not counting Giannis and Book as grandmasters. I know they say they're grandmasters of the finals, but to me, this was a side deal. You know, level up these cards, and ultimately, you know, you pick the right ones, you can claim a 98. And I think it was kind of a cheap shot to then make them the grandmasters of the finals program. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people, maybe most people, would disagree with me. But I mean, you know, give us grandmasters and let us have our set cards, our Giannis and Booker. So I'm not counting Giannis. So I've got Pearson there. So I got 1 playoff card. Is that right? Just 1 playoff card? Yeah. No, 2. I got Dirk. So on strategic, we've got 1 on the bench, 1 in the starting lineup. On power, this is for all the playoffs. On power, we've got 1 on the bench, 1 in the starting lineup. For strategic, we have, holy cow, 0. Nothing from the playoffs, unless you count Book, but I don't. So that should be an indication as to the quality of the cards as well as the OVR of the cards from the playoffs. For top OVR lineups, they aren't even making the bench, basically. So the playoffs from beginning to end, including the finals, in my opinion, has been a bust on a grade scale, a D at best. But of necessity, they're long, so we have to deal with that, and that makes them kind of boring. But then when you add long and boring of necessity and you throw in blah cards, then you've got boring and blah. And that's what the playoffs has felt like to me in terms of the limited time events. So I'm interested to see what's dropping on Sunday because I'm more or less done with this one. I don't need Lopez. I don't need, who was it? Oh, Kyrie. I mean, why? Why? You know? Why waste stamina to get Kyrie, or for that matter, Brook Lopez? It makes no sense. You know, Brook, I mean, I know this won't be true for everyone's lineup, but if we go to our power lineup, we have access to a 101 Moses Malone. We've got a boosted 98 or 93 Eaton on the bench. And we've got have had access to this 96 Wilt on the bench. So there is no conceivable world in which our lineup is going to be aided by Lopez. And then, you know, this is the crazy one. Again, I mean, do I really want a third 96, 6'3" point guard for my Finesse lineup? That's just crazy, right? Imagine if it was Simmons, right? That would be something. Or another tall point guard. A Penny Hardaway even, but yeah. That's an historic card, right? All right, guys. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Gameplay this morning was not horrible at all. We were playing much lower OVRs, but that's no bargain anymore. The finals promo is not my cup of tea. Cam, I guess, is a good card. Well, Cam is a needed card. Whether or not he's a good card for a power forward is yet to be determined, but you know, that was a good choice. A 96 power forward, strategic. We needed that regardless of what name you put on the card, right? Maybe kinda sorta Pierce. Oop, I just sold. Man, I must have listed Tatum for too low because he's only been on the auction house for about 45 minutes. Doggone it. Oh well. We're going to go back over 50 million coins. Anyway, so that's it. You know, what do I get the playoffs, limited time events from beginning through the finals? C- at best, probably a D+, somewhere right around there. Not impressed. I was going to say I don't think it's this team's best work of the season. Let me change that. It clearly isn't this team's best work of the season. So, yeah, we're not headed in the right direction, and we'll see where we go from here. I don't know, guys. We'll see. All right. Peace out.